Not a huge fan. I follow the Bears a little bit. My brother-in-law and father-in-law are big Bears fans. Every year I ask my father-in-law, is this the year to, hop on the bandwagon, become a diehard Bears fan? And almost every year he looks at me and says, probably not this year.
But this year turned
This
out to be.
might have been the year, indeed.
Yeah. Do you think they should have taken the points rather than go for the touchdown? That seemed to be the big thing this year for the teams.
Yeah, I don't know. They probably got somebody back there in the coaching staff who's looking a lot at numbers and spreadsheets and algorithms.
Yes.
And I imagine when they put it into a computer, it pops up, don't go for the points, lower percent chance or something like that. Isn't that the way of all sports is going, though? A lot of data-driven decisions.
Exactly. Analytics, I think that's what they call it. Analytics is what they call that. So, Levi Jones Funeral Home. It's a name that a lot of people know about, but you're coming into Clinton. Mm-hmm. First of all, tell us a little bit about the history of Levi Jones.
Sure. So, it was started by my grandpa, Mel Jones, and his partner, Cy Law. My grandpa and my grandma moved up from Shelby, Illinois to Savannah, Illinois, and bought a funeral home there and started the Jones Funeral Home. In town, there was the Law Funeral Home not too far away, just a couple of blocks away. So when you think about a town like Savannah having two funeral homes, it does make a whole lot of sense. So they eventually combined and joined forces and made the Law Jones Funeral Home. And they ran that for a number of years. Cy passed away in 85, and then my grandpa passed away in 89. After that, it was taken over by my uncle Mike and my dad, Matt, and a couple other really good funeral directors, and they ran it for a time. My uncle retired and joined the ministry. He became a preacher. And then my dad took over the entire funeral home. Nowadays, it's run by my dad, me, and my brothers. And, we're proud to serve the areas we've served. We've been in Savannah for a number of decades and a lot of surrounding communities. My grandpa, my uncle, and my dad have grown the funeral home from our one location into Savannah to where we now have 7 different locations.
Oh, my goodness. Where are they all at?
We have Savannah, Mount Carroll. There's one in Thompson. We're in Preston, Iowa, where I lived for a number of years. We're up in Elizabeth. We're over in Hanover. And recently, we built a funeral home in Lanark, Illinois, back in 2019.
And you are building one here in Clinton. I tell you what, the progress on that is amazing.
We are. We were working with a lot of good guys, a lot of good contractors, all local guys, family-run businesses. And, yeah, they've been working really hard every day, every week, every month. It seems like every time I visit over there, something new's done, and it gets me excited to finally be able to operate out of there and serve families out of there.
So it doesn't seem like it should be a chain, but you have a number of funeral homes, so they obviously can't all be members of your family. So, or are they?
Yeah, so we're all in pretty small towns. Savannah's been the biggest town we've been in for a long time. Moving here to Clinton, that'll be kind of a step up as far as population goes for us and the amount of people we have the opportunity to serve. We've been really blessed with a great team. At Levi Jones. We have the youngest team we've ever had. Me and my brother are both in our 30s. We have a great apprentice and a great student with us and a lot of other extra help around the funeral home. That helps with a lot of those duties that the funeral directors need help with. But that's one of the reasons we want to move to Clinton when we have this opportunity, is we do have this young, great team. And I know my dad's looked at Clinton for a long time and has always wanted to help people down here and serve them for their funerals and their needs. So this has been the best opportunity up until this point for us to come down here.
Talk a little bit about the location, because you're just down the road here from the studios. So, and that's why I know how well the progress was coming along on that. Who are the contractors on that, Levi?
We're working with Rocky Rockefeller out of Savannah. He's kind of the general. He's helped us a lot before. He helped us a lot in Lanark and was the general on that. We have a great relationship with Rocky. And then, man, we're working with so many different guys. We're working with B&C Electric, River Cities, Aaron Heating, Huntington Plumbing. I can't pronounce it.
Huguenin.
Yeah,
there you go. Yes.
And a lot of other guys that I forgot to mention. But.
Is the exterior primarily done, or are you just working on the interior right now?
Yep. Outside's almost done. There's going to be some masonry work around the bottom. If you see, there's kind of a concrete wrap that masonry is going to go on. We're going to wait for it to heat up a little bit before we finish that. And then the siding's gone up. On the inside, it's all painted. We're going to start putting in the flooring here soon and hanging the doors. And after that, it's all kind of the accoutrements, if you will, all the extra pieces that actually make it a funeral home and a place people want to be.
You're building a new building here, but at some of the other locations, I know Preston, I think there was already a funeral home there that you took over. Was that the case in like Elizabeth and Hanover and Thompson?
Yeah. So Preston, we bought from Reynold Miller. I don't know if you know him.
Yeah.
It was the Miller Funeral Home.
Right.
Back in the day. And we were able to move in and kind of work with him and work with the families he worked with. But that seems to be a lot how you move into new towns. Funeral directors age out, or they want to move on for one reason or another, and it offers other people an opportunity to come in and take over that business and serve the people of that town and community.
So growing up, did you know this is what you were going to do or you were expected to do?
I was never...
Did you get a choice?
Yeah. Really, I was. I was never pushed into it overtly by any means. I think in the back of my head, I always knew it was something I'd like to do and I'd want to do. But I'm sure if you asked me maybe when I was an angsty 18, 19-year-old, I wouldn't have said it was something I'd do. But I'm glad I'm here doing it. It's given me a great opportunity to be a part of a community I love. I grew up over in Mount Carroll, so I love this area. A lot of memories coming down to Clinton growing up. It's also given me an opportunity to raise my family kind of in the same way I was raised and in the same area.
So growing up, I would imagine you attended a lot of funerals.
Yeah, probably more.
Did you help out? I mean, what did you do when you were a youngster growing up?
Less of the funeral work, more of the upkeep and maintenance work, I would say. You know, a lot of mowing, a lot of washing buildings and cars. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to keep those hearses looking nice.
Yeah, that's a big part of it.
That is a huge part about that. I mean, talk about, getting those vehicles, because some of them are awfully sharp looking.
Yeah, they definitely are. And nowadays, there's so many different styles and types. A hearse is usually, what they do is take a Cadillac or some kind of car, use that as the base, and then change the whole end of it. Nowadays, they're doing it with all types of cars. A popular one nowadays is they'll take a Chevy Traverse and take the chassis of a Chevy Traverse, take off the back of it, and make it kind of like a hearse. And that's a really popular option for a lot of people.
Was that one of your responsibilities, was driving to get a body to bring it back to the funeral home? Did you ever get to drive the hearse?
Yeah. I've driven a number of hearses throughout my life.
Okay.
Yeah, there's certain things you can do as a kid. There's certain things you can't do. Driving the hearse is one of the things you get to do, and probably one of the more fun things when you're a kid, too.
The one thing that always interests me about, funeral homes, funeral directors, you work with a lot of the churches, a lot of the denominations in the area, and I would imagine I don't know if you want to call it a friendship or a bond with the ministers, the priests, whatever.
Mm-hmm. You get to work on a professional level with them. And in a lot of ways, the way that a pastor has a ministry and he's serving people, we in the funeral business also have a ministry and get to serve people in a similar way. For a lot of people, this is going to be one of the most trying times of their life. And we're given a unique opportunity to not only serve their needs, but also act as their advocate and as an educator in a lot of ways. A lot of people see the funeral industry as very opaque. They don't really know how it works, what goes on the inside. And my dad's always instilled this in us, that a big part of what we do is educate people about the process and their options, not even when it comes to the services and physical side of things, but also maybe their emotional needs and their spiritual needs too.
Very good. Very well stated. Visiting with Levi Jones, Law Jones Funeral Home, coming to Clinton. We'll check the weather in just a minute.
We can do it. Need a new roof, new siding, a new deck, doors, windows, or remodeling work? Kramer Construction of Clinton can do it. They're a local family-owned business serving this area for 45 years and have been voted #1 in the Clinton Reader's Choice Awards for the last 3 years, building your visions and creating reality. Improve your home. Improve your life. Let Kramer Construction, 2020 Comanche Avenue in Clinton, do it. Phone 563-613-3437 for a free estimate.
So you call your virtual insurance company to ask a simple question about your policy, but now you're on hold listening to this music while you wait and Wait. Auto Owners works with local independent agents who tailor coverage to meet your needs and pick up the phone when you call, because you shouldn't be on hold so long that you memorize the music. That's simple human sense.
See Housing Gay and We're Gay Insurance in Fulton. Phone 815-589-2255 or stop in today.
Have you heard the news? The Clinton Herald is celebrating 170 years of news about you. We are proud to be part of your communities then and now. The Clinton Herald covers local news in print Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, and 7 days a week online. Call the Herald at 563-242-7101 for more details or visit www.clintonherald.com. The Clinton Herald, proudly serving the area for 170 years.
It's time now on KROS for the Storm Track 8 weather forecast, brought to you by Awesome Car Wash.
Happy Friday. We are still going to be cold today with highs only in the teens, but we will be quiet. There is going to be building clouds with a little bit of a breeze with gusts as high as 25 miles per hour as we head into the afternoon. Still in store for a cold night, but we'll start to see warming temperatures into the weekend. Highs go to the 20s for Saturday. I'm Storm Track 8 meteorologist Morgan Strackbine.
Currently, we have fair skies and a temperature of 14. Winds are out of the north at 10 miles per hour. The weather report on KROS has been brought to you by Awesome Car Wash.
Awesome Car Wash in Clinton has everything to meet your car wash needs. They have 6 self-serve wash bays to minimize wait times, a touchless automatic open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and a tunnel wash open daily from 7:30 a.m. to 7 p.m. Awesome Car Wash is located across from Purina on Manufacturing Drive in Clinton. Stop in, check them out, and see why customers are saying,
"It's awesome, baby!" New year, new ride. Start 2026 in style at Cunis. Bring in the savings with amazing offers on all cars, trucks, and SUVs at your nearby Northwest Illinois region. Cunis dealerships in Sterling, Morrison, and Mount Carroll. Trade in the old and drive into the new with huge incentives and rebates on all new in-stock vehicles from Ford, Chevrolet, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. Better tech, better safety, better payments. Plus, we have pre-owned payments for every budget and over 2,500 pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs to choose from group-wide. And don't miss this month's service specials on brakes, tires, and oil changes.
I'm Scott Kunis, COO of Kunis Auto Group. We would like to invite you to take advantage of these great monthly specials. And remember that your vehicle will be covered by our exclusive no-fear lifetime powertrain warranty, included with new and qualified pre-owned purchases. Call or stop in today for your VIP appointment.
New year, new ride. Start your search online at shopkunis.com.
Men's Day, we're into the afternoon. Levi Jones, on for the first time. You're doing a great job over there. You said you're nervous. You're not nervous. You look like you, but you told me you had a little radio background.
I do have a little radio background. Back in high school, I got the opportunity to work at WCCI out of Savannah. I forgot what our actual title was, but I just would say that I babysat the radio on the weekends.
So did you engineer their sportscasts and things like that?
We do that too. Yeah, we do sportscasts. We do church services on Sunday nights. A lot of it, though, was vacuuming, mopping up the bathroom, that kind of stuff. It did give me a really cool behind-the-scenes look at radio and an opportunity to kind of get to know a little bit what goes on here.
So are you a funeral director, certainly, but what are you all able to do? I mean, do you embalm or anything like that?
Yeah, we're a small, family-run firm, so we split up the duties of the job pretty egalitarianly, or all equal parts for the most part. If you go to bigger cities with bigger firms with a lot of call volume, then you'll get guys who specialize in the embalming process side of things, or the working with families or doing services kind of things. I'm very fortunate, and we're all very fortunate that we get to do a little bit of everything. It makes each day a little bit different, which honestly, I don't know if I would be able to operate in a job where I have to do the same thing every day.
Pre-planning, is that something that you folks do?
Definitely. Pre-planning is a great service that we offer and that every funeral home offers. But it's a great opportunity to look after your loved ones even after you pass away. You can set things up and take some off their plate, is kind of a big benefit of it, I guess I would say.
Before the break, we were talking a little bit about your work with other ministers, priests, different things like that, and you were saying that you kind of consider yourself somewhat of a ministry as well. Expound upon that.
My dad, it kind of touches on maybe why I was never pushed overtly into the funeral business. I think it's because my dad's always looked at it that being a funeral director truly is a calling. And if you're not called to do it, you're not going to enjoy it, and you're not going to, offer people good service. So in that same respect, I imagine being called to the ministry or being called to be a pastor is very similar, where it takes a special type of person. It takes a special type of background and education to actually be called into the work and then get the most out of it and help the most people.
So you went to school where after Mount Carroll?
After Mount Carroll, I studied down at Southern Illinois for a time, and then I eventually got my funeral directing certification through Des Moines Area Community College.
Okay. Southern Illinois, Illinois is such a long state. How long of a drive was that for you?
When I got good at it, I could do it in about 6 hours.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, when I got good at it. But I had a vehicle at the time. It's a huge van. I come from a family of 6 kids, so I got a hand-me-down, a van that seated 12 people. And I drove that for a while until it broke down. But with that gas tank, I can make it from Carbondale right outside my hometown on one tank.
I come from a family of 8. I went to school at Northwest Missouri, which is 6 hours away, but it was primarily Interstate 35, Interstate 80. And I had a 68 Chrysler Newport, which comfortably sat 7 people. 3 in the front, 4 in the back, no problem. So yeah, I had a 6-hour drive.
Close to Unionville at all?
Maryville.
Maryville. Okay.
Northwest Missouri, we're at Maryville, yeah.
I have family that comes from Unionville, so
okay.
I think that's on the east side.
Could be, yeah, could be. I was way over there in Northwest Missouri
Okay.
before they got really good at football and basketball. So you picked out a song. You're telling me you play the piano a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. A hobbyist. And this song has a great piano lick in it, and the piano player is great on it. So
Levi Jones, Law Jones Funeral Home coming to Clinton. Any idea when you guys are going to actually be opening up?
Oh, early this spring, we're going to be operational and be able to serve people out of that location. Currently, we're serving people in Clinton already, just out of churches or wherever they want to have services.
Oh, okay. All right. So you're going to be active in the community, Levi. You tell me you're living in Clinton now.
Yeah, moved to Clinton with my family back in January of last year, so we've lived here a little over a year now. And I try to be as active in the community as I can and give back a little bit to wherever I live. We're really excited about living in Clinton, me and Melissa, my wife. So we want to give back and be part of this community. Being in Rotary is a great part of that, being able to meet with those people. And Rotary does so much good work in the community and gives so much to everybody.
Yeah, we had Andy Green in earlier, and he's current president of your chapter.
Andy's great. They're bringing the Dambo Trolls to Clinton. Did he talk about that?
Yes.
Yeah, that'll be exciting. I live close to the Arboretum, so that's where one of the Trolls is going. So
I bet your kids are going to be excited about that. And you've got a very young family.
We do have a very young family. We have 4 kids, all 3 and under. So we have twins that are 3. We have a 2-year-old who just turned 2 on Monday, and we have a 9-month-old. So our house is always busy. There's always a lot of commotion, a lot of noise, a lot of movement, but I wouldn't have it any other way.
How was Christmas?
Christmas, this was really the first year the twins really got the concept of Santa Claus. So it was really good to experience that with them and come down Christmas morning. They ran to the fireplace, they ran to the tree, and the look of awe and amazement.
Yeah.
It's cool when you see your kids and you see that they believe in magic, you know? And it's cool to give that to them.
And your twins are a boy and a girl.
A boy and a girl.
That's great.
Yeah, I guess that's the way to have twins. My brother has twins, a boy and a girl too. And then I have a younger brother, no kids yet. But I'll tell you, if he doesn't have twins, we're really going to give him heck about it.
I would imagine. And they got to be a boy and a girl.
Got to be a boy and a girl, yeah.
What are the names?
Louie and Gianna.
Okay.
Yeah.
Louie. Okay. And the other 2?
The other 2, Genevieve and Camilla.
Classic names.
They're named after saints.
Who picked the names out?
I like to think that I picked them, but probably, if I'm being honest, my wife picked them out.
Okay,
So.
yeah, well, that's the way it goes. Anyway, hey, it was great to meet you. Thanks so much for coming into the community, and best of luck to you.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Gary.
All right, the Men's Day will continue.
Great savings await you in the new year at Clover Hills Appliance and Mattress Center. Save on GE washers and dryers, refrigerators, ranges, microwaves, and dishwashers. Save on Sealy and Tempur-Pedic